Should we run through it together? Okay, let's have a
Yeah.
look. All right, so right now you said if they click on any of those parts of the map, it will basically go print this, but obviously it's supposed to redirect them to those photos. So, or those screen sessions. So what's going to happen? Maybe we start with the redwood forest. You got to go underneath the print, like on the line of the print, hit an enter and go underneath it. So that means you're going to line 24 so that you can start working on the first connection. So you're going to click on line
Um,
20.
could
Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
go
start
ahead.
with the ocean one? Is that
Sure,
okay? Because I
of
still haven't
course.
made the forest.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. Let's start with the ocean. Okay, so after this, now if you want to open, now this is where you got to go look at your classroom because you have your rock, paper, scissors. And I'm going to ask you there, Sophie, how do we normally go from one screen to the next? Remember, we had to do that with the rock, paper thing where we had to show them, player wins or computer wins. So I want you to search it, skim through it. You're gonna find. Let me guide you a little bit. Look at lines 174. No, I think you're passing it. Line 174 all the way to 177. From there, what can you take? What can you extract?
Um, I did do this with the screen.clear and
Hmm.
screen.bgpic, and for some reason it wasn't changing anything. It was still just printing um,
Just that, and
it
it wasn't.
works or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again together. Let's see. Go back and then. Okay. All right, let's test it and see how it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll discuss with you of why that might happen and what is an alternative solution. So maybe I should go in there and let me see if I can read. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Oh, I well, okay. So the first time when I tried it, I removed the print ocean, and I
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe I messed something up, or I'm not sure why it's working now. But
Okay. Yeah, I
oh, and
mean,
also
yeah, go ahead, Sophie.
adding maybe it's because I did all of this again, where it says like turtle on screen click.
Hmm.
I added that a third time. I'm not sure. I don't think I was
Mm.
supposed to do that, right?
Could be, yeah. For a third time, no, because it's not necessarily, it's not necessarily not collaboration, in indentation with any of those click functions, because you have click two, which then indents with line 37 to 39, and then you have click, which then indents to line 40 to 42. So if you add a third one, it's not aligning with any click function. So that's probably why it wasn't working if you had that. But generally, when you're confident, when you put in your thing, just be confident. Screen.clear, always remember, screen.bgpic most of the time would change the screen on Turtle from one to the next. So now it successfully changed it for you. Now you have to determine what would happen once they come in here. So this is where the game would now be. Would they need to click on something? Would you pop up some messages for them to know what to do, or how would it be?
Yeah, so I'm going to create pop-up windows for all of the individual animals so they can click and see
Oh,
um, just like different facts and information.
sure.
But for the arrows, I created different screens. So basically, this will be the main one, and then they can click, go over here, or go to this
Oh,
one.
that's so cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Let's do that. And I think you're going to really appreciate the next project we're going to be working on together because it's about how you can insert animation. That means moving photos. And for example, like this one, it would be so great if they were actually like moving and stuff. It would be really nice because it's animated and it's cool, in a game. But anyways, I like the way you've actually done it. And I think it's also interactive in that sense. So very good planning. All right, so if you want to make anything here, Sophie, clickable, you got to do the same thing you did before. I don't know which one you want to do first. I'm assuming that you want to do the pop-up messages, have them ready, and then you've got to come here and you've got to start inserting the click function, another click function again, because Or what you could do, which is an advice, to not keep having too many click functions because you're having like different screens. You can have a major click function outside. Like what I mean is you go to line 13 and you hit enter and come to line 14 and you create one big click function that just handles any clicking thing that happens in this entire game. So you don't have to keep creating click functions, click functions. And anytime you want to do anything regarding clicking, all you have to do is call that, function, which handles the whole clicking session in the game. And that's a very good way because, Sophie, you're going to avoid, remember what I always tell you is repetition. And repeating, like, click functions multiple times is just it's a bit ambiguous and because you're starting to code and you're coding quite well, you have to learn how to shape yourself in coding, and you have to stop repetition. Always think of ways of how to eliminate it. So I think that is what you would need to do. Have a general click function on that line where you are right now, but I'm not sure what you want to do first. Do you want to have the pop-ups ready and then put the click function and start like connecting them, or do you want to do the click function, have it ready, and then go and start getting the pop-ups? Which one would you like to do?
I'm not sure. Have we done that before with
Like pop-ups? Yeah, we did that in the rock,
well,
paper, scissors.
but I mean the click function where
Yeah.
for all of it.
It's the
Um,
exact same thing you did for click and click too. The only difference is you're just gonna put your function generally outside instead of like inside another function. It's the same thing you did if you go back to your game right now. You just did that, right? You have two click functions. Yeah, you see, you have one that's click, which is line 17, def click. Then you have another one on line 22 called def click 2. Do you see that? So you have click functions. So I'm saying you're going to do the exact same thing, but instead of putting them inside other functions, like putting click inside of start game on line 15, or putting click 2 instead of inside of click, because you can't use them anywhere else in the code, and you're going to have to keep creating click functions anytime you have a new screen, it's better to create one outside of all these functions and always just use it. That's what I meant. But it's the exact same click function. There's no difference. It's the same thing.
and how exactly would I create that?
The same way you did this one, you're going to say def click x comma y, print xy, turtle dot on screen click. Anything, this is the same procedure. You got to give it a different name though, I would say. Maybe you call this one click 3 because you have click 2, right? And then you just do the same process of how you did the other click functions. I think it will be better if you called it click 3 because it's still saying click there. So it's a bit different in name. Yeah, and then next, what do you do? How do you create your click function when you hit enter? You got to hit enter because you need to do the print x and y, right? You need the coordinates because you're creating a new click function. So you need the coordinates. So this is better for you because now you don't need to keep creating click, click, click functions anytime you want to make anything clickable on your game. You can just have one and that's it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just thinking though, do you need to call this turtle? Yeah, I think now, okay, go do this. Let's see how it works. You've created a click function, right? Go to line 30 and hit enter. This is how you can use it to call it. Hit enter and say turtle. Yeah, you see what it's doing there? Type that turtle.onscreen click just like you normally do. But instead of putting that turtle.onscreen click underneath where you define the click function, you're going to put it here because you're going to call it so that you can make use of it. That's what you're doing. And then you have to do one more line, turtle.listen. It always has to be turtle.onscreen click and then turtle.listen and you're good to go. So when you run this, it's actually going to be running that print x and y thingy. Okay, stop and run. Let's see if the coordinates are going to show you when you get to the ocean now. Okay. Okay, click anywhere on the ocean. Yeah, see? The coordinates are showing you. See that? So it's working because it's showing you coordinates, just like what you normally would get. So that means all you have to do is just get your smallest x, your largest x, your smallest y, your largest y, and go back and put it in your click 3 function so that it can work. So that's how you make a connection between your click function and anywhere in your game that you want to make something clickable to do something. So now you got to go back up where you say print x and y inside of your click 3. You got to start doing that if x blah blah blah, that thing. Yeah. If X greater than, yeah. Okay, let me just turn on the lights here. Keep it dark. One moment.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 minute, please. All right, I'm back. Would you say why? Okay, you're doing it. Great, great. You're doing good. Okay, so when they click on that arrow, that thing that you got for your click function, now you gotta tell them what they need, what would happen. Is it gonna go to another screen like you showed me, or? Remember when you? Yeah, I was about to say you might want to test.
Oh, why is
You
this
can
like?
you can click anywhere. It's just a pop-up thing anywhere on your code.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just something that is.
okay.
Is it good?
That. Oh, and then I have to make it go back now.
Okay, so you gotta call the click function here again. Remember, as every screen changes, for every new screen, you have to call the function if you want to get the X and Y coordinates. So that means you're gonna go to line 18, Sophie, and on line 18, since you're in a different screen, you have to do the same thing again if you want to make it clickable. That means turtle.onscreen click, turtle.listen, because you want to make that arrow clickable so that they can return back. So anywhere you're going to need it, you're always just going to do it this way. Turtle.onscreen click three because it's click three, you're still using the same function, and then turtle.listen. So you can get the coordinates and, do the same thing again that you just did now. Exactly. Perfect. Nice. Okay, now you got to get the coordinates for this one.
And would this just be?
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
I'm struggling with. I
Okay.
think on
Okay.
where to put the different
Yeah,
ifs.
very good. Okay, so always remember, Sophie, keep this in mind. When you call a click function like you just did now, turtle.onscreen click three, turtle.listen. If you want to do, when you get your coordinates and you want to do that if again, just always remember you have to do it underneath any other if like it. So anytime you see an if x blah blah blah, you have to go to that same line and then you start typing your new if. So where are you going to go now? Where are you going to type this new if with your new coordinates? Remember what I said, you have to go always look for where you already have it existing. Exactly. And then you go to that line and you start typing it out. Yes, even though you think, but isn't that outside of where I'm calling it? Yeah, it's outside, but remember you're saying turtle.onscreen click three, turtle.listen on line 19 and 20. So you are calling that function. So the computer is going to go back again to that function and it's going to check if there's anything where the person clicks that location and something would happen, which is what you're doing now. Then it will act upon it. So don't worry about if it's outside. The most important thing is you're calling the function. So what you're doing is good. So always remember Just look for where you see,
Okay.
yeah, just look for wherever you see that if X, and then just follow in the same sort of like trail, sort of indentation, and then just put your next one there. All right. So this one seems like there's a negative and then there's a positive in here, so you want to space that 414 a little bit from
Oops.
that a little, just to make it look neat. Okay, good. All done.
Okay,
Is it good?
that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Well done. So now you're just going to get the other ones clickable, and then obviously now the pop-ups would need to show.
And again, would I just put it under here again?
Yeah, same thing. Oh,
Okay.
which one is it? But you have to know what screen is that. Is that the old screen or is that that was the previous screen, right? So you're gonna have to go to,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, 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 it's correct what you're doing. Yeah, 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 sorry, Sophia. I just remember because you've already called it even in the previous screen. So yeah, you're just gonna put it there because you've already called this function. So it's still gonna come back here again. So yes,
Okay.
you're gonna put your if X over here.
This doesn't look right.
What happened? What happened, Sophie? Can you
Um,
explain it to me? Mm-hmm. Okay.
oh yeah, it's just when I'm clicking back, it's taking me to the wrong screen.
Would you
I
mind?
was just trying to get the coordinates. So
Yeah.
for, let me see, this arrow,
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to make this go back, and as I was trying to click the coordinates, it's taking me back instead, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay. It's not supposed to do this, right?
yeah, I was just trying to get it to print the coordinates.
Oh, right. Okay, so let me explain. This is normal, but I'll explain to you why this happens. Because we're using one grand click function, we're trying to use one grand click function to sort of connect between pages. And the thing is, we have to be smart here because if you're on one screen, Sophie, right? Like, can you go back and just show me the general run of how your screen works? Like, what is supposed to go where and how it's going to run? Okay, so you got to open the VNC again because I think it closed.
Oh,
Yeah. You got to click the plus sign.
um,
Yeah, just click the plus, any of
oh,
those pluses, and go find VNC or type it there, VNC. There it is, that one. Okay. So, okay, from the beginning, this is screen one, right? This is the main game screen. Okay, when you click the Pacific Ocean, can you click that? It goes on to screen two, right? So in screen two, Sophie, one thing to pay attention to is all the things that you need to click in on this screen, like all the things and the places that need to be clickable on the screen, they have to be within something you're going to say if screen name or screen number equals screen two if you want it to work properly, which I forgot to explain, but now that this problem happened, this is how you solve it. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is if you just have this open general click function, then the computer, it doesn't matter what screen it is. If you click any area that is already set as clickable, even if it's another screen, it will do whatever it has within it, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm saying is if you're opening this screen and you're clicking something here, perhaps, I don't know, maybe the turtle, and you have that same spot in another screen, that if you click that spot in the other screen, it takes you to do something else. And if you click here, because you have this open click function, it's going to take you to that other, like what that other screen is supposed to do, because it's the same spot. So because you don't have any distinction where the computer is able to know that this is screen two, and so I'm only supposed to be concerned of what's being clicked on screen two, and this is what should happen, and that's screen three. So even if you're clicking the same spot on screen two and on screen three, but they're going to have to do two different things based on what you specify. So this means, Sophie, that you have to create a variable. And this variable, you could call it screen number or screen name. Let's go do that so I show you what happens. You can go create a variable. Mm-hmm. Maybe on line
uh,
13. Like you always have to create a variable just before a function. So line 13, somewhere there. Yeah. This will help the computer understand the differences in screens so that it does not return anything to anywhere that it's not supposed to in that screen that it's supposed to, recognize what's being clicked. So you have to create a variable, call it screen number or screen name, depends on what you want to call it. Screen name, screen number. You can put screen underscore number equals nothing. That's how you create a variable in Python. Equal nothing, blank, quotation mark. Or you can put zero. Yeah, you can put zero. Yeah, I mean, screen number starts at zero. Okay, now you're going to need to use the screen number in the click3 function because that's where it's very important. Because remember, you're calling this function. So this is the part where you have to make the computer know how to differentiate between the screens to understand what to do where. So if you go to line 15, you're going to hit enter and you're going to global. You always have to global the variables that you create, remember, outside of a function for you to be able to use them. So you have to say global space screen number equals 0, right? Okay. So now you're gonna, oh, no, sorry, not equal 0, just global screen number, because you've already done the initialization at the top. So you don't need to put equal 0, just screen number. No, just global screen
nope.
number, no 0. Okay, so now you're gonna come just after print x and y, And now you're going to decide. So I don't know, hit enter from here. I'm just going to guide you on this one. You're going to say if screen number equal to, right? Because now I think this is screen 2. The first screen, let's say that was screen 1. Or you can call it 1 or 2. Like, it depends what you're saying. So if this is equal to 2, which means, Sophie, you're telling the computer if they're on this screen that we're on right now, the one that we have the turtles and the little dolphin and stuff like that, if they're on this screen, then the computer should focus on all the click things that you want it to do. So what are the click things? What did you make clickable for this screen? I think you only made the 2 arrows, right? The back arrow and the front
Yeah.
arrow. Okay, so where are those codes? Where are those parts? You gotta put a colon after 2, by the way. The 2 dots. Yeah, okay. So where's the part where it has to, like, the arrows are gonna be clickable? Where's the sharp, where do they go? Like, where's the part you did for, is it from line 19 to line 28? Is that the one where they would click?
Yes.
Is also line 29 is the whale one part of this? Is it the whale that they click this little whale here and it takes them to the other screen where they can see a bigger whale, or is that also included?
Oh, this is so this is this arrow and it takes you to this image, and then oops, this one takes you to another screen, and I believe this is
So from where to where are these clicks?
I think this takes you from the map to the ocean, which is this picture.
Okay, when they click on what exactly? When they click on the what do they click?
On the map.
Oh, right. The map. Where's the map? Which one?
This.
Oh,
So
are you sure? Because that one was the first one. I don't think that's part of screen click 3 though, because that was already done like from, look at that. That is on line it's on line 41, I believe, right? There it is, line 45. It when you click on that map, like on the Pacific Ocean or something, it takes you to the screen, this one that we're on right now. Is it not the one? Line 45 to 49?
oh yes, that's a different one. And then the arrows, that's shark GIF and then whale GIF.
And what is the
The two different arrows
so
here.
the ocean is for which one? If you click on what exactly? Which screen is the ocean clickable? Is it going to another screen?
Oh, I believe
Mm-hmm.
it's for this when it takes you back, I think. But instead it's taking you to the wrong picture. That's the problem.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can understand. All right, let me go into your code. I don't really understand the navigation, but I'll see. So I want to know on the screen that we're on right now, this ocean screen that you were on before, I want to know exactly what have you done clickable there? What are the things that you've made clickable on the ocean screen? Is it just the 2 arrows and that's it? Is it just the 2 arrows you've
It's only the two arrows.
Okay, and so where are those codes? Like, where are they on if I'm looking at your code, where should I get them from? Is it the ones that are opening the the 2 arrows, so means the ones that are opening the shark and the one opening the whale? Is that it? Just those 2?
Yes.
Okay, so then you're gonna have to do this. This has to not be here. We're gonna have to take it out and put it here. Oh, actually, never mind. I found a better way to do this, and because we're getting an orange line, so there's an alternative, easier way. I'm gonna take that part you wrote right now, and all you have to do is add it as another condition and just say, and screen number equals to 2. That's it. And screen number equal 2. You see what I did? I just added another condition telling the computer to make sure that only when they click on this area and the screen number must be 2, then you open this one. And so you're going to do the same thing for whale. Only when they click on this area and the screen number is equal to 2, then it will open up the whale or whatever you need it to do. And so that's what you're going to do for all your other screens. So whenever you change to another screen, that next screen is going to be screen 3. And when you change from that one to another screen, the next one would be screen 4, and so on and so forth. And that's how you're going to be adding it, just like what I did here with an and, so that the computer can distinguish to know that, okay, I should only focus on if they click on this area and it is this screen, then I should do this. Not that they click on this area and the computer doesn't know what screen it is. It's just going to do whatever it has there to do, and it will redirect them somewhere else. So I'm guessing that this one is screen 3, I'm guessing, right? Because this one is, you can say screen number equals to 3, because that would be another screen, right? That leads you to the ocean, right?
That is meant to take you back. So basically, how I wanted the game to work, you can click
Mm-hmm.
back and forth between screens. So if you click left, it will take you here.
Yeah, but it's going,
And
yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but it's going to another screen where you have to click something and it brings you back, right? To the ocean.
ocean GIF, yeah, it's clicking this arrow and it takes you back to the first ocean screen.
Okay, so first of all, let's do something. So now let's leave that as screen 3 for now, for distinguishment. And then the rest are screen 2s. That's the 2 arrows on the ocean screen. Now, for the part of the main thing is how you're going to make the computer know that it's on screen 2, because here you're just saying if it's equal to screen 2 or if it's equal to screen 3. Now, how you're going to know and make the computer understand when it's screen 2? It's basically when you open a new screen, Sophie. When you open a new screen, you're going to specify this is screen 2. Anytime you open a new screen, okay? So you're going to say this is screen 2, this is screen 3, this is screen 4, because that's the way the computer will know the differences between your screens and will function well. So I'm assuming that on line 44, if you can look at that on your code, when it opens up the ocean screen, that is when it becomes screen 2. So that's when you're going to say, oh, so you're going to do this. You're going to say, okay, so this part is when it becomes screen 2. You have to say it here when the screen number is equal to 2. You have to assign it here. The reason you're doing that is because when you say it here and you call this function, which is the click 3 function, the computer is going to go back to that click 3 function and it's going to say, oh, so where is the one that is screen 2? Okay, here's one condition. Let me check. Are they clicking on this area because this is screen 2? And if they are clicking on this area and it is screen 2, which is the ocean screen, then it will do this. Or it says, oh no, let me check the next one. Are they clicking on this area and is it screen 2? No, it's not screen 2. So it's not even going to bother doing this because it's not that screen that you specify. Then it will go back and check this one and say, okay, are they clicking on the area, which is this boundary, and is it screen 2? And maybe they're clicking on that area. Yes, then it will do this. So you have to set what screen anytime you open, like all these things that you have here, whatever it is, all these ifs, I'm sure they're all scenes. You always have to assign them a screen number so that the computer can differentiate and understand when it's in one screen, it pays attention to all the things there that need to be clickable for that screen. When it's in another one, it completely pays attention to that one and it doesn't mix anything up. So you have to do it this way. So if screen number equals 2, then it will obviously know it's an ocean screen. It will open up the ocean screen, but it will also pay attention to things that are supposed to be clickable on that ocean screen, which is all these conditions that you have here, these 2 ones for now. Okay, so I've done this part for you. You gotta just global. Always remember, if you have an orange line underneath a variable, it's because you have to global it. So I'm gonna global it for you on line 41. That means the computer will understand that you're using that variable. Just remember, otherwise it's gonna be an orange line. So just come here and global it. There it is. All right, so now I guess what you have to do, Sophie, is you just have to try it and see how it works now. Is it navigating properly? Because now we're setting screen numbers. So the computer will differentiate, will not just do things randomly, but will know when to do things and how it needs to do things in that particular screen. So I'm going to make the screen a little bit wider because I think it's smaller on my side. There it is. So you can now click and let's see how it navigates.
Yeah, it's still taking me back to the wrong picture.
Okay, wait, let me understand this because I don't really understand the navigation yet. Um, let me do it for myself, then you tell me. When I click play, I click Pacific Ocean, and I'm clicking this back arrow. Where is this back arrow supposed to take me? This one here.
That one is working. It takes you to the correct picture. It's just the problem is going back. It's supposed to go back to the ocean picture with all of the, the one that we just came from.
Okay, so where's supposed to go back? When it takes, is this the right picture it's supposed to take me to when I click the back arrow?
Yes.
Okay, so what's this? This picture is, what is it called? The whale one?
This is called shark.gif.
So that means, and then when I click this arrow in the shark.gif, where is it supposed to take me?
It's supposed to take you to ocean.gif.
Okay, so that means you're going to have to say this is a new screen. This is important because anytime you change, you switch pictures that are different, you have to give them screen numbers. So this one, let's say it's screen number 3, right? So when it basically I'm here, when it goes to shark.gif, then the screen number changes and now you're calling again this function. So where's the coordinates that you did for this arrow here? Is it the one that was the ocean? This one, right? This one here, the middle one?
Yes.
Okay, then now let's try it and see if the navigation works. Because now we've set it to screen number 3. So it's supposed to know that it's now on a different screen and it should now redirect them back to the ocean. The most important thing here is the screens that you have to like change. Anytime the picture changes, the screen has to change and go with the click function. So let's try now. Yeah, see?
Oh, it works now.
Yeah, so you have to distinguish them just with the screen numbers. Always remember, when you change from one screen to the next, if it's a totally different picture, which obviously a different screen, then you'd have to assign it a screen number. And when you're doing those if X, if Y thingies, then you always have to add the and screen number equal whatever, depending on where that if X, Y clickable thing you want it to be. And remember, the reason we're doing this whole thing like this is because we want to avoid repetition. Otherwise, in each and every screen, you're going to have many click functions, which is just going to cause just a very ambiguous, repetitive code. So that's the reason why we're doing this whole one grand click function. But to make it even more accurate, we're adding screen numbers so that the computer can differentiate between the changing screens and know when to act upon something when something is clicked on. So yeah, you just have to continue like this. So whenever you change to a new picture, then you make sure you add that as a screen 4 because it's an entirely different new one, or a screen 5 or 6, depending on how your screens are going to be progressing. So it's way easier this way and it's giving a more accurate sort of connection between the screens. Okay, so right now it goes here and then the forward arrow is working okay from here. Goes from here, it goes to the, where's the forward arrow supposed to go to when they click on it?
This one is not working now. It was working before.
Okay.
It was.
Is it the one that goes to
It's
the whale?
yes.
Okay, so the whale, that's a different picture, right? The whale, yeah, that's going to be screen 4 because that's a different picture. If you look at it, the whale is a completely different photo, so it's going to be screen 4. So this means on the ocean, where is that ocean again? I think it was here where it goes to the whale. Okay, so if they click and it is screen, are we still on the, wait, let me see. Let me see something. I'm going to redo it again. Okay, I'm going to rerun it. So I'm here, I'm on Pacific Ocean. I click back, I go onto this one, I click forward, I go back here. Good. And then when I come back here, oh, right. So you have to change it back. Would you Sophie, what I mean is this: when you come look at the flow how it goes, let me show you. So we start right and I go play, then I click on Pacific Ocean, then I click the back arrow and it takes me to the whale to the shark screen, to the shark picture, and then when I click the front arrow it brings me back here, right? So I have to make the computer know that I'm back to screen 2 again. So this is important again. So this means, okay, Sophie, you have to come to line 27 and you have to make the computer know that you're back to screen 2 so that it can pay attention to when any of these arrows are clicked again, it should go to the right place. Otherwise, it's just going to do what it was doing. So look what happens on line 27. I'm going to make the computer now know that I'm back to screen 2. So which means if I stop and run again, now look at the flow. I'll come back and click Pacific Ocean. If I click back, it still works. It takes me to the shark picture because it's now on screen number 3. Then when I click the front arrow, it takes me, oh no, now it's mixing up. Let me see. I click the front arrow and it's supposed to take me to the ocean. So I'm supposed to go from shark to screen 3. And now I'm on screen 3. And I'm supposed to go back to ocean. Yeah, so it's supposed to bring me back to ocean, but it's bringing me back to shark. Is it just because I added this thing? Let me see. I'm gonna hashtag it. Okay, Pacific Ocean, back arrow, front arrow, great. And then I'm back. So front arrow was to click it and come back here, and then, oh, right, I put it in the wrong place. No, but then if I put it before, it comes back to ocean, and then if I click here, it comes back to ocean again. Yeah. Because the screen is now on screen number 3, so right. It's more or less this part that's the issue here. So I try to put screen 2, and then when it goes back to screen 2, and I've clicked on that, it's kind of redirecting me back to this whale thing, and the whale, yeah, we just have to think about the flow now. So it's gonna be screen number 3. Screen number equals 3. Let me just try one more time again. So the arrows go here, then go back here. This one works to do this, and this one goes back. Well, I'm gonna leave that one for now. Just do the basic one. This one goes here to the whale, and this one works to go here. Now, when you click here, it comes back here, which is good. It's the problem when it changes here, and it's supposed to be going from here to. If I click this, it's supposed to bring me to the whale, which is not bringing me because the screen, it's doing this because the screen is still saying screen 2. So that's why it's still opening just the ocean picture. So screen number equals to 2. You know what, Sophie? Just do I'll navigate your screens a bit more. Just get your click functions for now, and then I'll navigate your screens a bit more later on. Well, it's a minor problem. I just need to look at the connections a bit more. So I don't want to take, because we have like 5 minutes. Let's just put this on hashtag for now. Just for now. And then let's see what you can make clickable, perhaps just on, let's finish one screen. Just make things clickable all on ocean. Just focus on the ocean for now. Yeah. And so you can still use this one, okay? You can still use the click 3 for now, and then we'll do the navigation of the, what do you call it, of the arrows a little bit later. I'll have a look at that and explain it to you a bit better for you to understand. So right now you can still make the turtle clickable, just for now, just get the clicking thing. When you click on turtle, make it say something at least till you have the pop-up ready, and maybe just make all the other ones here clickable for now until
Okay.
we rectify that issue of the arrows. And then you just come exactly where you are on line 35 and write it down. Okay, Sophie, can you give me 2-3 minutes? I'll be back right now. 2 minutes.
Sure.
Thank you. I'll be back. Hi, Sophie. I'm back. I just recalled something now that I'm back. Actually, this one would be okay, never mind. Keep working. Can you hear me, by the way, Sophie? Can you hear me okay? Hello? Sophie, I'm back. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. I'm back. I'm just looking at your code as you're doing it, and I'm thinking about the connection of the screens and things. So, right.
Okay. I was able to get a few,
Yeah.
only I think 3,
Okay. Well,
just for the animals here. Yeah.
that's good. Okay. Great. Brilliant. I just want to do something when you finish. I just want to try something real quick. Okay. Sophie, would you mind I try something real quick when you finish this line? Because I want to try something and then explain it to you about the connecting screens.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to run this and do the same sort of simulation we did before. So click the back arrow, takes us to the shark screen. Click the front arrow, takes us to the, right. It was supposed to take us to the ocean screen, right? Back to the ocean.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I did something. That's why. Okay. So I'm going to do this. All right. Let me run it again. Then click back again here. And then this one takes us to the ocean screen. Okay. Then now when we're in the ocean screen, so what it was doing was I switched the screens. So here, what is happening is that when I click here, it's supposed to take me to the shark screen, which doesn't. It still keeps me on the ocean screen. Okay, so I want to know what's going on. So I've printed the screen number, I guess, right? Let me print something here, Sophie. I'm gonna print screen number so I know that it is screen number. I'm trying to trace the problem, and in programming, when you're trying to get what the issue is, you have to sort of like trace back to what exactly the connection is and where the problem is being experienced. So I'm trying to like print so that I know what the screen number is at this point, so I can be able to trace the issue. So I'm going to run it again. I did the printing thing here. So that means when it comes to the shark screen, when it comes from the shark screen, which is here, um, and it goes when you click the arrow in the shark screen, then it goes into the ocean screen again. So I want to know what the screen number is. So I'm going to play again, go to Pacific Ocean, and when I click on back front. So it's telling me the screen number here, Sophie, as you can see on the console, it's at screen number 3. So this is the reason when I click on this arrow, nothing is really happening. So I want to change it from screen number 3 to screen number 2. Because when it's on screen number 2, then when I click on this arrow, it should go to the whale screen, right? And
On the right area, Yes.
right? On the one on the right, right? Okay. So I'm
Yes.
gonna do that. Let's do that because that was giving me a problem now. Because when I did click on it, it was taking me to the whale screen. Okay. So now I'm gonna do it again. I will play. Then let's focus on the screen numbers now. I go back again. I click the back arrow. It takes me here, which is good. Then I click the front arrow, and now this one's taking me back here. So it's no longer taking me to the ocean screen for some reason. It's taking me to the whale screen. So I think, Sophie, you know why that's happening? I think it's your coordinates. They're too close together. So what I'm gonna do a little bit of control here. I'm going to put this entire section as a comment. Okay, just all the way until like here. And I'm going to try to establish the coordinates one more time so I can make a distinction between them just to see. So when I click here, I click on, just to compare, when I click this arrow, right now, I know you did everything right. I just want to know, so this one's taking me to the shark screen, right? So shark screen,
Yes.
yeah, so I'm going to go back and look at what you wrote for your shark screen. So for your shark screen, the lowest you had was about negative, you're correct, and then it was that negative, that's correct. That is good, it's within the range. Then the y coordinate was about negative, okay, I would say my range is a bit narrow than yours. Yours was negative 37 all the way to 19, but mine is sort of like negative 18 all the way to 13, I would say. Okay, let's say I narrow it down a little. Okay, I just want to compare, but I'll bring it back. Negative 18 all the way to 13. I narrow the sort of like dimension. Okay, now I will do the next one. I'll still stay on the screen. I don't need to stop and run. I just highlighted where the last coordinate for this arrow ended. So I'm going to do this arrow, which is supposed to lead me to the whale screen. So here I'm getting a positive 371 to a positive 409. So the lowest is 371 positive, and the highest is 409 positive. So let's see, this is supposed to take me to the whale screen. Okay, so that's good. That's good, that's good. So far, so good. Okay, for the y coordinates, the positive is, or the negative, it's sort of in the same range as yours. So I would say, okay, it sort of makes sense. What you wrote and what I'm getting in the coordinates are fine. So, okay, so there's no issue with that one. So I'm going to take out the comments. I was able to track, there's no problem. So now again, I'll start it and run it one more time just to understand what's going on. So again, if I go here and I go here, it goes here, but then once I go here, it comes to the whale because it's now switching to screen 2. Okay. And that little arrow for the shark screen, it's this one, right? That little arrow for the shark screen that's supposed to take it to ocean, back to the ocean. The one that's on the right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's just observe this real quick before I think we're gonna wrap up, and I will still, again, like I said, explain to you what the issue is. So just before you go, let me see if I can do a quick observation. Now, if this is that, it's clicking on the arrow on the right, which is supposed to redirect us back to the ocean screen, but instead it's kind of doing this. This is what's happening. So, right. It's because it's already on screen 2 when it goes to the shark screen, which is strange because on the shark screen, it's supposed to be screen 3, not 2. So, but it's doing this. It's sort of, it's not even supposed to show this because screen number is screen 3 here. So there is an issue on this part. So I'm going to print screen number. I'm going to say on shark screen just one more time because I want to know why the shark screen is not changing. Because right now we changed it to screen 3. So it shouldn't in any way take us to the whale because the whale's on screen 2. This is the whale screen, right? So, right, Sophie? This is the whale screen, the one.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not supposed to do that because we have screen 3. But I think the issue might be, I think I might find an issue. Let's do it this way, and now let's see. I just moved the position of the screens. So I'm going to run it again, and I'm going to click on play, and then Pacific Ocean, back again to this thing, front again to here. So let's see where it is. So it was on the shark screen, it was on screen 3. You see that? It was on screen number 3. And when I clicked on the arrow, then it's supposed to go to, yeah, so it's supposed to go to this screen. But instead it's doing the whale one. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, what about if I don't have the whale one and I'll bring it back? Then where is it going to go? So if I click play and then I go this, this, and then this, now it's working. It was not bringing me to the whale one again because the screens are changing. You see, 3 and then back to 2.
Yeah.
But then when I put the whale, I'm going to put it back and you will see that it will bring me again to the whale, which is where we have to fix next time. So if I click Pacific Ocean here, then here, yeah, it's bringing me here. So we're gonna have to figure it out. Right now it's supposed to do this stuff, but it's not. So we need to check it out for next time. So we'll do it. We'll do it next time, Sophie. I think for today you've made some great progress on at least the ocean screen. Maybe what you should be doing now is just working on the pop-up message so you have them ready. Once we fix this issue, then your pop-up messages are going to be ready at least for your ocean screen and you can start connecting them as well. I mean, that's what we're
Okay.
gonna do. Yeah, and then I'll
Yeah.
explain to you properly how we can rectify this problem because it's a simple problem to rectify, but I need to look at it a little bit more closely and then explain it to you in the way you would understand so that you would know exactly how the screen should be connecting and what you should be looking for whenever you're coding this type of thing, like how it would actually work because the whole thing is a little bit more different now because we're using one click function to do clicks for all the game to make all the game clicking things work so we don't repeat, and it will work, but you have to make sure that the connections are accurate and the computer knows what it's doing. So we'll do it next time, Sophie, for
Okay.
sure. But do you have any questions before we go apart from this one that we need to fix next time? Is there any questions about anything regarding the game?
Mm,
You do know what you're going to work on?
Not not so far. I know what I'm gonna work on.
Okay.
Kind of just curious once you figure out like where
Yeah.
you said you already know what the problem is, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's all.
I'll have a look at it and I'll definitely get it. I'm sure. It's just we have
Okay.
when you're programming something, you just have to have when you're trying to figure out a problem, which you'll learn as you code, is you have to have just a few couple of moments to like concentrate on the problem and just link it. It's like your brain has to do like a networking. You have to link really well so you can establish where the problem is and fix it there. So I'll do it. And then when I come, I wouldn't tell you directly what it is. I'll explain it to you sort of like in a sort of indirect manner and try to see if you can figure it out so you can problem solve a little. And if you're having some little
Okay.
difficulty, then I'll explain it to you so that, as you go on, you're going to be facing things like that and how you can fix it. All right.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, Sophie, I'll see you next time. Have a great one. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye, Sophie. Take care.